We're here, it's Mamish, Erev Yom Kippur, here at the Southside Sandwich Shop. Tonight, just want to let everybody know, tonight it is a mitzvah to eat. Is it a mitzvah to eat tonight or just tomorrow? Test. It says test. It says anybody who eats on test, right? It's as if he fasted also on another day Yom Kippur. So
where's the food?
What we did get tonight, which is an amazing thing, is sometimes we need a bit of humility before Yom Kippur. One of the things that we could feel a little small. Anybody who was in this neighborhood tonight got to see just how quickly you could feel very small. The act of God, a tornado. I'm assuming they're going to say that it was a tornado when they analyzed the Doppler radar. I believe that's what it's called, right? When they analyzed the Doppler radar tonight, I'm guessing that they're going to come out and say tomorrow there was a tornado. So we're getting in the spirit of Yom Kippur. Amar Rabbi Akiva, Ashreichem Yisrael, Lifnei mi atem mitayr umi mitayr eschem. Who is being mitayr you? Avichem sheba shamayim. So Gemara in Yuma discusses this Maimer Chazal, this member of Rabbi Akiva, and the Gemara discusses a few different things over there. First, the Gemara brings Rabbi Elazar. There's a member of Rabbi Elazar ben Azariah. Rabbi Elazar ben Azariah says that the point here of this member of Rabbi Akiva is the Lifnei Hashem. Dr. Belozah ben Azariah, that it comes to teach us something which we all know, that Yom Kippur comes to be mechaper on averos that are bein adam lamokim, Lifnei Hashem, but averos that are bein adam lachaveroi, and we don't have so much time to be masaking this. We have tonight and tomorrow. You actually have to approach the person, and you have to go over to a person, and you have to, sometimes it's a tough thing to do, but you have to go over and ask mechila. So what is Mitayr? What is Mitayr? Only Lifnei Hashem. That's what Yom Kippur does. But everything else, without asking Mechila, we don't. That's Rabbi Elazar ben Azariah. Rabbi Akiva says no. That's why we have this famous song and famous member of Rabbi Akiva. Rabbi Akiva says, what's it going on? It's going on the Titaru. It's going on the Mitayr part. So Rabbi Akiva explains it on Lifnei mi atem mitayr eschem. Who is the one? Ashreichem Yisrael. Who is the one that's being mitayr you? That's Avichem sheba shamayim. That's a Kadosh Baruch Hu. So the question here is really a very simple question and a very obvious question. When Rabbi Akiva said this, Ashreichem Yisrael, praiseworthy are you, Klal Yisrael, that HaKadosh Baruch Hu is mitayr you, why does Rabbi Akiva say his memra over here by Tahara, by Yom Kippur? The Yidden, we have so many mitzvahs and so many wonderful things that we do as Yidden the whole year. Why Ashreichem Yisrael, Lifnei mi atem mitayr eschem? Why is this inyan of Tahara, of Yom Kippur, so much more than anything else, any other mitzvah? Ashreichem Yisrael, we're always Ashreichem. Ashreichem that we have mitzvah sukkah. Ashreichem that we have mitzvah tefillin. Ashreichem that we can do chesed and we get schar for it. Why is it just this inyan of Tahara that's something different? The S.S.S. Shalom says a beautiful, beautiful teretz. I know he always said it's beautiful, but everything we say over from the S.S.S. Shalom really is beautiful. He says that Rabbi Akiva is telling us an extremely important yesod about the kapara on Yom Kippur. He's telling us an important yesod about how we go about a kapara on Yom Kippur. Let me ask you a question. A person goes through the other 353 days of the Jewish calendar all year, and unfortunately, there's the Yetzer Hara, and sometimes people fall, sometimes we can't live up to what we want to do, and now it comes Erev Yom Kippur, it comes Yom Kippur. We know Yom Kippur is mechaper, and we know the Mefarshim say, some even say the Itzumah Shel Yom, just going through the day. You know, today we can think of it. I always just like to think of it as like a car wash. You know, like you could be asleep in the car, but you go through the car wash, and the day of Yom Kippur alone is mechaper. So how does that work? What kind is it, like some kind of magic? All of a sudden, every avera, anything that we could have done, the Yom Kippur is mechaper. So he brings down a beautiful maral. The maral says that the way that Tahara works on Yom Kippur, Zok Maral, is through Dveikus B'Hashem. That's a maral. The closer you bring yourself to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, the more you are misdabek yourself with HaKadosh Baruch Hu, that's how much of a kapara you get. And that's Ashreichem Yisrael, that you're Zoicha, Zok Maral, we're Zoicha, that we get a kapara through being, having a Dveikus B'Hashem, becoming close to Hashem, and bringing ourselves closer to Hashem. And what do we, and who does this for us? And that's Pshat in the members of the Maral. Who does this for us? Avichem sheba shamayim. It's amazing. Just by coming close to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, just by bringing ourselves close to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, to Avichem sheba shamayim, we have a tahara. We have a way of getting a kapara. And that's That's why, Dr. Maral, an unbelievable thing. That's why Rabbi Akiva brings the analogy from a mikvah. I mean, if you ask me, I can think of, well, the Fnei he says, Ma mikvah mitayr es atmeim, that's the rest of the memra, which usually doesn't end up in a song for some reason, right? But Ma mikvah mitayr es atmeim, Av HaKadosh Baruch Hu mitayr es Yisrael. HaKadosh Baruch Hu, he said, that's why he said, by a mikvah is an epitome of tahara, epitome of cleanliness. So if a person gets into a mikvah without a chatzitza, with anything in between, then since you're connecting yourself to the mikvah, then you become tar. He said that's the same thing. That's shot in the memory of Rabbi Akiva. Rabbi Akiva is telling you that the idea of Yom Kippur and before Yom Kippur, Erev Yom Kippur, that Yom Kippur, to bring yourself closer and closer to HaKadosh Baruch Hu until there's no chatzitza. There's nothing separating you and HaKadosh Baruch Hu. So ma mikvah b'tayris atmeim, just like by a mikvah, where when there's no chatzitz and you actually put yourself into the pure water, you become tar. The same thing when you misdamik yourself and you with no separation between you and HaKadosh Baruch Hu, then you get a kapara. That's how you tire yourself on Yom Kippur. With this we can explain also. There's a very interesting Gemara. The Gemara says in Shabbos Daf Kuf Yud Ches Amud Beis the following. Kol HaShomer Shabbos Kilchasa. You know this Gemara, everybody knows this Gemara. Afilu Avad Avodah Zara Kidor Enosh. Even if you are Avad Avodah Zara in a very serious way, it says that everything is clean. Everything is good. You have a mechila, you have a kapara. So l'chayru, we could ask the same type of question. Avera of Avodah Zarah, tremendous Avera. What in the world does keeping Shabbos have to do? Why Kol Mekayim, Kol Shomer Shabbos Kilchatz? If you keep Shabbos, it's Mechapi on Avera Avodah Zarah. What is that? What is Shabbos? What is being the mitzvah of Shabbos and going through a Shabbos? So we have to say that the same shot, just like the Maral says, that on Shabbos we have this very special type of Maila. On Shabbos you have this Maila of Dveikus B'Hashem. And once you have it Dveikus B'Hashem, even though you distance yourself by worshiping a different Avodah Zarah, and you went so far, which is one of the furthest things you can do. HaKadosh Baruch Hu, you're supposed to worship HaKadosh Baruch Hu, and you went and you worshipped an Avodah Zarah. But Shabbos has that koyach to bring a Dveikus, to bring you closer to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Therefore, Kol Shomer Shabbos Kilchasa. If you Shomer Shabbos, then you also get a mechila on the Avodah Zarah. So we see from everything that we just said over here, a very important thing that we can take into Yom Kippur with us. There was this concept of Dveikus B'Hashem, really, it applies the whole year. But on Yom Kippur, there's a special ha'ara. Many of us, of course, about here, we all learn Chassidus also. So many Chassidish Sfarim bring down that on Yom Kippur, there's this special ha'ara min hashemayim that's like a magnet. It pulls us closer to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. So now, that's what's Ashreichem Yisrael. Because we have this opportunity, and we have this to take advantage of this special dveikus and this special ha'ara that comes down from Shemayim. And this year, actually, we have even more of a special opportunity. If you think about it, this year, I just want to let the cameraman know that the YouTube clips are longer now. You have another extra couple of minutes. You have to be savvy also in technology to know. So just hang in there. We're just going to finish up this last part on Yom Kippur. That this year we have an opportunity that Shabbos and Yom Kippur comes out on Shabbos. Which, if you think about what we just said now, there's going to be a tremendous amount of inspiration in Hashemayim coming down. I'm just going to tell you a beautiful thing, a riot that the Nesiv Shalom says, and something which we can take with us, mamash into Yom Kippur. The pasuk says like this by Yom Kippur: Shabbos Shabbosoin hi lochem. The pasuk that talks about Yom Kippur tells you Shabbos Shabbosoin hi lochem. It's Shabbos to you. By Shabbos, the pasuk says Shabbos Shabbosoin kodesh Lashem. The difference in a lashon between Yom Kippur and Shabbos. The question is, why by Yom Kippur does it say lochem? We know that by Yom Tif we have chetzi Lashem, chetzi lochem. Lochem means you have yourself a good meal, you enjoy yourself a little bit, take a good sleep. You don't really sleep on Yom Kippur during the day too much. Certainly don't eat. We don't do any of the things that are lochem. Why is Yom Kippur called lochem? And then by Shabbos the pasuk says kodesh Lashem. I would think it should be the opposite. Yom Kippur should be kodesh Lashem. Zok the Nesiv Shalom, an unbelievable word. He said lochem over here doesn't mean what can I take for myself. Lachem doesn't mean like we usually know it from Yontif, that lachem is what is in it for me. He says lachem by Yom Kippur means that what do you get out of a Yom Kippur? Yom Kippur, it's up to you. Lachem, what you put into a Yom Kippur, the preparation and the amount of thought and the amount that you put into your tefillah and your dveikis b'Hashem, that's what you get out of a Yom Kippur. And that's why the pasuk says, Shabbat Shabbaton hi lachem. Yes, there are ha'aretz min hashamayim. Yes, there's going to be a tremendous amount of siyata d'shmaya. And yes, we have that automatic tahara just from going through Yom Kippur. And yes, we have it's compared to a mikvah and the whole thing where we attain a tremendous amount of tahara. But lachem, it's up to you. Whatever you put into it, the more effort you put into it, that's what you get out of it. So let us take advantage. We have Shabbos and we have Yom Kippur together. We have both of those things, and it would really be a shame to let it go by. We have an unbelievable opportunity. We should tackle all be zoicha to a gemar chasim and toiva, be able to take what we can out of Yom Kippur. I want to ask everybody here everybody that comes, in case, I want to ask everybody mechila, in case we started the shir a couple of minutes too late. We made you wait a couple of minutes extra for your delicious food over here. So I hope you're all moichami. We should all be zeicha to gemar chasim and toiva, and another year of shiurim beginning Yemir Tashem right after Sukkot. A good year.
Beautiful.